if the preseason is a precursor of what happens in the season, then all four sports, I got to get in it and figure out what the heck's going on in preseason for the NBA. This is the best time of year for sports for me. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. It's all going on right now. And right now the NBA players are getting ready for full season bust in the end of October. And we got to check out who's really playing, who's come back a little bit improved, what teams look like they're going to do something special this year. I just want to take some time and look at maybe my top 15 players because that's how deep I want to go right now in the preseason. First off, the guy that's been leading the league in everything, Mr. James Harden, comes back even more special. He's 30 years old. He's at the peak of his prime. I don't expect anything less than the stat line I'm currently seeing of 26 points with about 8 assists. Let's see where the assist is at. Almost 10 assists. Still high turnover because he handles it so much with 2 steals. James Harden, another candidate for MVP for this year. He's also playing quite a bit of minutes, 26 minutes per game. He is a road warrior, a road horse. They've been riding this wagon for a while. He got paid, but he's earning his pay. Much respect to James Harden. I'll get into the Rockets in a different video and tell you how special they could be with this year that is so wide open. There's so many teams that can challenge for a potential championship run. Next up, Sacramento Kings and Buddy Hield. Hey, come out of nowhere, huh? Buddy Hield, not a bad intro to his now tenure in the NBA, where I would say he's a little bit more experienced, has played in the system with the Sacramento Kings for a while. Is he now the go-to scorer? De'Aaron Fox is solidifying himself as the go-to assist man, point man, right? Directing the team, directing the traffic. Is Buddy now the go-to scorer? I was worried about Bogdanovic and his potential to take Buddy's spot, even though they drafted him for a reason. Can these two play together? I think so, and I wouldn't dare trade any of those two on the roster. You need 2 starters at least in the NBA to make something happen. They're doing something special. Buddy's putting up 23 points a game. I'm rounding up, shooting 51% from the field. And his 3-point percentage is at 36%. That needs to be improved. So James Harden better be careful himself. Only 32%. He doesn't do the assist as well as James. Only 3 assists, 2.5 turnovers. Again, not much else but scoring from Buddy. He needs to look at himself a little bit deeper and see what else he can bring to the table. So let's go to the man, the myth, the legend. I'm just going down the list because the list looked right. Zion Williamson. Player out of Duke. The most heralded, a.k.a. LeBron James, Charles Barkley, I'm not going to say Magic Johnson. That's definitely not true. Sean Kemp combined. You get him what he was in college, he looks to be in the NBA. So all this talk about too small, arms not long enough, big guy's going to block him. In the first couple games, I don't see any inkling of that. He is having a little trouble get to the hole, but it's almost the same deal as he did in college. There's no stopping this kid, and the sky's the limit. You gotta like what you see out of Zion Williamson. He will definitely be in the running for ROTY, Rookie of the Year. 22.5 points. Let's go to the field goal percentage, almost 70%. One thing that we've always stated he needs to improve on, hasn't taken a 3-point, only has 1 3-point attempt. He's going to have to extend his range a bit to be successful in this league. Shooting 60% from the free throw line. That also is a red flag. Needs to improve upon that. He's missing points. And then rebound-wise, 5.5 rebounds per game. I think you can do better, Mr. Zion, Mr. Freaking Nation. With all that leap in ability, let's see some more that you bring to the table with the rebounding. But again, it's the NBA's first year in. Defensively, he's done a lot of good help defense, so I don't want to hurt him here on the blocks. Not seeing much there, but definitely he's definitely come in and shown that he can play in this league, and what he's done in college, he can do somewhat of in the NBA. Next up, Giannis. I'm not going there. You know who he is. Greek Freak. Same old deal. Same old expansion. One thing I want to hit on, 22 points a game. Let's look at the field goal percentage. 57%, which is not bad, but he's starting to attempt a little bit more threes. I told you, once he extends that range, you're looking at maybe the best player in the NBA. If you could have a draft, you would say Giannis. I mean, he can do everything. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Greek Freak, is still making it happen. Needs to continue to work on that three-point shot, doing well in everything else, really helping his team out. Almost 11 rebounds per game, 4 assists. Look at that. 0 turnovers. You got to love that. A guy takes care of the ball. Got to like it. Got to work on the range. Zachary LaVine, from the knee injury, that ACL a couple years, 24 years old. Can you believe it? Same age as Greek Freak. Isn't that crazy? To show you the progression of Greek Freak. But Zach LaVine is coming down as one of the top scorers in the NBA, a la Isaiah Ryder, a la, who are other big scorers? Not in the same ilk, but, Latrell Sprewell, pure scorer, killing it right now. Can score everywhere on the ball. Very fluid athlete, Seattle native, so he has the handles. He can get to anywhere he wants on the floor. Also has range. Scary, scary player, and what he can continue to grow to become. He's playing for the Bulls. Expectation this year is they make a close run to the playoffs with their team because the East is so weak right now. They have to do something, at least be in the running for the playoffs. It's Zach year to show what he can do. He has a little bit of help, but it's all about the progression of Lauri Markkanen, and I think Lauri Markkanen is going to be the big number 2 or possibly number 1 in the future. We shall see. Like what I see out of that kid, but Zach LaVine is definitely the shooting guard that they've been hoping for. Let's see how he works out, how efficient he is. Let's go down the stat line, CL. So 3.53%, gotta love that. Field goal percentage, 51. Okay, expect that'll be a little bit higher. Free throw, 70. Again, missing points there. 3 assists, needs to distribute better, but 3 turnovers. So he's hurting the team there with the turnovers. Minutes per game, let's check that out. Are they hurting him already? So 23 minutes. That's in line with what you expect. So we shall see what happens with Zach LaVine as the season progresses. I love what I'm seeing out of this kid. Again, going down the line, I totally agree with this line. Ben Simmons looking good. Only 23 years old. Got the big contract this summer. 21 points. Yes, sir. Field goal percentage, 64%. Shot a three-point shot. Thank God in heaven. I've been killing this guy for that. Never shoots a 3. Now he is. What about the rebounds? Got to do a double digit. He got to get 10. He got to get 10 in the preseason. I can't let you go, man. Got to get 10. But here goes one thing I got to tell you. 8 rebounds, 7 assists, triple-double magnet, 3 turnovers. I think he can improve upon that. He has the ball in his hands a lot. For a 6'9 guy, 3 turnovers a game. I hate to say that's good, but I'm going to say that's not too bad for a guy 6'9", dribbling the ball off the court. To me, he is the modern-day Magic Johnson. Again, it looks a little bit different. He's not as fluid, but they've given him the ball. They've given him the opportunity. This is his, I think, 3rd year in the NBA. So now he's got an inkling to slow down. Should be game time for him. I just don't like their team and their lineup right now. When I look at Al Horford, I look to see a trade somewhere in February when that doesn't work out. I don't think that's the best play for them. They need some more shooters, some outside shooters, so Ben and B can fill up the slots in the lane and be able to dish out. We'll see what happens next. Whew, Luka. I'm telling you what, man. Luka Doncic and Porzingis look sick. Porzingis' stats are not up here. He just had a game yesterday. He looked crazy good. These two now have a duo. He now has somebody, a hitman that he can work with. Porzingis looks like he's totally healed, or no offense, is good enough to play in this NBA and be a star. I love what I'm seeing out of Luka Doncic. His ability to get to the lane, basket, pass. He is the all-around consumption player. What a great draft pick. But I gotta jump here. What are the NBA players that keep shooting threes, but they don't worry about the easy stuff? 50% from the free throw line. Luka, that's not respectable, and I gotta beat you up for that. Rebound-wise, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers. Not bad from Luka Doncic. Like I said, if Ben Simmons is Mr. Magic Johnson, I don't want to call Luka Doncic is like a merger. There's several players he reminds me of. He's like a J. William White Chocolate combined with a little bit of Paul Pierce. I mean, this guy is all-encompassing. What a great draft pick by the Mavericks. God bless him. Now Kristaps Porzingis comes along. Let's see how their training staff treated him through the year as he looks pretty good in the preseason. Awesome games from him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, bye-bye Russell Westbrook. Sorry, man, we don't miss you that much. 21 points, efficient. They look scary in the West. The West is not going to have an off night. He is solid, has been a good contributor all around. Again, he didn't look so great when I saw him coming out of college, but then it's just, sometimes it doesn't matter what I think is great or not. It matters the team aspect and how they play and how they utilize a player. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander looking good in the summer, 21 points per game. I'm not going to get into the rest of the stats. He's not doing too bad. Let me go up here. I just lied to you. 92% from free throw. I love that. Rebounding, three rebounds per game. Solid everywhere else, but again, solid contributor that he meets expectation. He's consistent every night. Gotta look what you like to see from SGA on the Oklahoma City Thunder. So great job for him, teamed up with Chris Paul. Jason Tatum, again from the Boston Celtics. Again, I heard they were trying to move him. I don't know if they are. 21 years old, coming in with 20 points per game. This should be a big breakout year for him. Without Kyrie Irving there, I think he's going to have to solidify himself as the main scorer. This is his breakout year. He loves Kobe. Even at that young age of 21, he's going to have to make something happen this year. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with Jason Tatum from a stat perspective. Pascal Siakam just had a strong game, so it's green light for him. Everybody knows that. Mr. Kawhi Leonard's gone, so we're going to see a green light for this kid to go. I'm excited to see what Toronto can do. I think they're still a playoff team, even with Kawhi Leonard gone, because of the weakness in the East. I'll get into the Magic. They look spectacular. Markel Fultz improvement, but I don't want to hit that right now. I just want to go over the top 10 when you look at stats. Pascal Siakam, he's up there. He's doing well. Doing what he's supposed to, 20 points per game. We'll continue to see that improvement. Taurean Prince, what a surprise here. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe Taurean. Brooklyn Nets, I said it was a bad trade to move him. I thought they would keep Prince, but now he has a chance. Durant out. They were looking for some help. They didn't sign Carmelo. Maybe this is why. Prince has come on, 20 points per game. What else does he have in the stat line? 66% from a field goal percentage, very effective. Again, doing things efficiently, 71% from three-point line. So he has really improved. He says, "You sleeping on me? You talking about Carmelo? Nah. This is my time to shine." He's proven it. Taurean Prince with a great preseason for Brooklyn. Anthony Davis, wow. I mean, the Lakers look great. Dwight Howard's going to probably take till January, February to get his legs fully back. He's been off for a year. He'll be a great backup center. Got to start McGee. I like what I'm seeing out of Anthony Davis. Fully returned, fully healthy. He's making waves. He is the leader of the team. Sorry, LeBron James. This is Anthony Davis's team. Let's see how far they go. They still need to make a couple moves from a shooting perspective. They need a lot of shooting. I think they need two guards that can shoot or a guard, small forward that can shoot. Taurean Prince looked great. I mean, that's who they should have picked up somehow, some way, or made a trade for. But he's on the Brooklyn Nets. That would have been a perfect fit for them. Karl Anthony Towns, Minnesota. Again, being consistent is one thing that he's done throughout his years. At only the young age of 23 years old, he's back up there, 19 points per game. Don't see much in the realm of success for Minnesota. They're in the deep west side. So we shall see what happens, but I don't think it's going to be effective for him. I really like what I see out of Karl Anthony Towns. Jaren Jackson, solid, continuing to improve, solidifying himself as one of the better power forward centers in the league. They lost a lot of their wealth in what's his name? What's the brother? The brothers from freaking Spain. I lost the name. Gasol. Gasol's gone, and they lost Zach Randolph a long time ago. So now they need to fill that up. Jaren Jackson's filling that up, filling that slot. Let's see what he does with our favorite point guard of the year. Everyone's claiming to be Rookie of the Year, John Morant. We shall see, but I'm not seeing the John Morant that I saw in college. And I mentioned this, athleticism for point guards in the NBA is very high. Thinking that you're going to be able to dominate those guys in the next level, one of the toughest positions to come in and dominate, there's a big question mark. It would have been great for him to go on a team where he can come off the bench and be successful, but right now he's in a starting position. I think we'll see some growing pains and John Morant scoring as a necessity because there's no one else there. Morris Wagner, what a surprise trade over from the beautiful LA Lakers. Wagner's getting an opportunity. Once again, the Lakers do a lot of dumb things. This is another dumb thing they did last year. He could stretch the floor. He's averaging 18 and a half, shooting 3-point shots. It's only 30%, but he's putting them up. Actually, I'm lying. 75% from free throw line. Where's the 3-point percentage? Yeah, that was 30%. So 30% from three, not great, but he attempts them. He can make them. Right now, Dwight Howard and McGee won't be able to do that. So no stretch four. They're going to try to use Mike Muscala for the Lakers. But the Washington Wizards may have a steal here. Let's see how good he does. Maybe a solid rotation player for him. I'm excited what I see from Morris Wagner. DeAndre Ayton. Ayton again, second year in. Full steam ahead. Lost a lot of players. I'm excited to see what I see out of this team. I like their lineup. They're not making the playoffs, but they're making a strong contention that, hey, we're moving in the right direction. I think it'll be another 2 years, a couple big draft picks. Phoenix will be in the hunt if they can keep that core that they have, Booker, Ayton, as well as I like the little kid out of New York. I'm not going to mention his name yet, but if he can make the team, I like what I see out of him. Some potential there for the off-guard position. Well, that's really how far I want to go, looking at the rest of the guys. We know who's who. Again, Kevin Porter Jr. for me gets honorable mention. The rookie had a great game for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I pitched him as the steal. The guy that has surprised me the most is Jordan Poole out of GSW. I hated the pick, and I was really spitting on the TV on GSW saying, "What the hell are you doing?" It appears he is totally a GSW format type player, a shooting guard that does many things well and looks like the heir apparent to maybe a Clay Matthews, Stephon Curry hybrid. He does both. He can shoot the three, has a little bit of handle. I like what I see out of Jordan Poole. 17 points per game, great pickup, and great work for the talent scouts on the Golden State Warriors. Honorable mention for me on this list. R.J. Barrett's been very strong. I'm still scared about him, but he's been very strong. That's his claim to fame. And that's really it for me right now. I'm not going to get into any other players. I want to talk some team ball and some of the things I see with the individual teams. All four sports, a little bit low on video, but we had to talk about it. Who's at the top right now for the NBA from a overall scoring perspective as well as rebounds? Who is the most talented out of the preseason from these couple games? I just went through it. It's still Harden. It's still Houston. Peace. I'm out.